Yo, what's up, crew? Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Wanted to pop on and talk about the one trade we took on NQ this morning. We did take a loss, but wanted to come in, recap, because the trade we took was actually A plus. It was a beautiful setup, just didn't end up going, as we know. No strategy is going to be 100% of the time, but wanted to go through the setup, talk about it, and yeah, just get through the little recap. So let's get on the replay system from this morning and just talk about what happened. So going into the morning, my draw on liquidity was going to be these highs from yesterday. The reason it was these highs is because we were respecting bullish order flow. We were running through bearish order flow on a higher time frame. So wanted to make sure I was playing with the higher time frame here. I did not get any setups going into the open for buy side. So I was keeping my eye open for them, but did not get any setups. So higher time frame, I'm bullish to those highs unless I see something telling me that I should start being bearish. Which, if we take a look at ES right around this time was taking this high. So we did have SMT on a higher time frame, right? So trading in a higher time frame PD array, we had SMT at that higher time frame. So I was already thinking, okay, there's possibility that NQ cannot get to this high, right? Because if we have SMT, ES is showing me no displacement over this high, and we're sweeping liquidity. We might not be able to get to this high, and we might get a short model here. So that was kind of my thought process going into the morning. Let's see what time it is. 6:39 in the morning. So we got a bit of an inversion here, bit of a change in the state. I think we had the SMT already. I can't really tell because ES is not on the replay mode with NQ here. So I'm just using NQ. But I did not take that. I waited. I wanted to see internal liquidity swept, which we do right there, and boom. So we get this beautiful little inversion here. We did sweep internal liquidity, so we have a higher time frame SMT. Then we also have this internal SMT, which that's what I usually like to see. If I can get a big external SMT and then seeing this internal SMT, that's always a better setup for the most part. You get our inversion here. So we have an inverse for value gap. We had a bullish. Oops. Let me do that. There we go. Inverse for value gap. We made a bearish for value gap as well right here. And then we got a change in the state delivery. So right on this candle, right when we closed, actually it was on a bit of a tick up. So I'll put my fill in here, but just know my fill was slightly higher. It was 43.50. So 18,143.50 was the entry on my actual account. So we go short. My stop was at highs. So yeah, stop was at highs. Entry was actually like up here. I'm just gonna put it up here just because that's where my actual entry was. And stop at highs there. We've seen everything we needed, so I'm not anticipating that we need to trade back up here at all because we already have this SMT here. And then we already have, an inversion of order flow. So this is really my defense. I know, hey, if we pop up at all, we should respect this bearish for value and this inverse for value gap and start to head lower, right? We've gotten a change in the state. We see an SMT. We're in a high time frame PD array trading. So I wanted to first see these lows. If I saw these lows broken, I probably would have went break even and then into these lows. That's what I would have been looking for to get all out. But as you can see, we traded down just slightly, got a big bounce here, and I knew pretty much right here. As soon as we ran through this, right? This is how you know. It's like I know if I've seen everything I need to see and I'm targeting lower, what should we be doing, right? We should be respecting bearish for value gaps and disrespecting bullish. But now we're disrespecting bearish for value gaps, and we're going to start respecting bullish gaps, right? So boom, we get ticked out of that one, and that was that. Beautiful setup. It's an A plus setup. It doesn't get better than that, really, for me. But at the end of the day, that one just didn't want to go. Later on in the day, we kept trading higher, and it took a little bit of a while. We didn't quite actually hit this level. I know we took it on ES. I think we got like literally ticks away from it on here. That might have been the high there. So I was definitely watching, since we still had this SMT, I was watching for a potential model to show up here for a short. But I was just keeping my eye on like the 5 minute and the 1 minute for my actual model, looking for inverse for value gaps, looking for, anything to really give me confluence. And unfortunately, we just chopped back and forth and started moving lower. Now, if you bump up your time frame, you did have an inversion of order flow on the 15-minute, an inversion of order flow here as well, and then a change in the state of delivery. I will say for me, I do have a tough time taking these higher time frame setups if I don't see the model on the lower time frame, right? Because price is fractal. So majority of the time, if I'm seeing this model on a 15-minute, I can see the same thing on a 1-minute time frame internally, right? But unfortunately today there just weren't any clear gaps. There's literally no gaps within this unless I go to the 30-second. And even on the 30-second chart, it was it wasn't very clean. So unfortunately, wasn't able to catch this trade. It was pretty beautiful, as you know, as I'm sure you've seen the rest of the day. We have just continued to sell off my targets. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But my targets for any of those trades would have been internal sell side liquidity here. So if I did take any shorts from up here, definitely would have been all out here. You see we have this beautiful order block that we made here. So you have this order block, and then, I mean, you don't have to do a box, but you can just do it like that. You have that order block. You have the inverse fair value gap here. You can just connect those, and then you have your change in the state delivery, change in the state delivery, and that was out of a 4-hour PD array as well. So that was delivering out of a 4-hour PD array. 15-minute time frame was actually a beautiful time frame to be on. If you're using time frame alignment, at the end of the day, I just knew no matter what, price is fractal, so I should see the model playing out on a lower time frame as well. We just didn't get any gaps, and I was already off of the screen by the time we got this pop back up for another entry model. So I was out for the day, took the L. We're gonna move on for the day, but beautiful price action. It's nice to see kind of a normal day of trading back on the charts, because I mean lately it's just been absolutely ridiculous to the downside, as you guys can see. But the past 2 weeks, we've just continued with this Wednesday reversal setup. Monday, Tuesday, manipulation to the upside. Wednesday manipulates Tuesday high, and we go lower the rest of the week. We saw that same thing last week. Monday, Tuesday, manipulation higher. Wednesday, put in the high of the week. Wednesday, sell off. Thursday, sell off. Friday, sell off. Excuse me. And now we're seeing Monday higher. Tuesday, we went higher. Weren't able to sweep previous day highs on NQ, but we were on ES. But it doesn't look like we're going to close tonight green, or obviously, no, we're already closed, huh? Yeah. We're already closed. What am I talking about? So the day's already done, closing red candle. So not looking like it's going to be the same exact setup. But we'll see what happens. I'm not too sure about weekly profile as of now going into the week, but we'll see what happens. Either way, A+ setups. It was a beautiful morning trading. Even if we take the L, not a big deal. We don't care about win or loss. We care about managing our risk when we are wrong, and when we're right, letting those winners run and hitting full PT that's our job, right? Every single day. So we're going to keep it going. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the channel. If you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys the next time I take any entries. I'm obviously not making, I'm making shorts every day for YouTube Shorts, but I'm not making any long form content on the daily unless I'm taking trades. So, if you guys have any special video ideas, feel free to throw them in the comments. Otherwise, we're just going to do the trade recaps when I do take trades. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. So enjoy the day. We'll see you next time.